Good evening. I want to start tonight by telling you a couple of stories. The first is when I was in high school. Our team colors were royal blue and white, and I really wanted a pair of royal blue cleats to match. I talked to my dad about the cleats, and he told me that no one else on the team had colored cleats, and if I got them, my teammates might think that I thought that I was better than them, even though that was not my point at all. Needless to say, I still have black cleats. Later in college, my coach told me I wasn't allowed to wear shoes with heels, even when we were all dressed up for our fancy dinner in Florida. She was afraid I would trip and break my ankle. So tonight, I think it's only fitting that I am wearing the tallest and brightest shoes I could possibly find. I'd first like to thank St. Michael's College, the Hall of Fame Committee, the faculty and staff, and the athletic department for this tremendous honor. My experience as a student athlete has created my life's path, for which I am very grateful. St. Michael's is a special place, and I'm proud to say that I was, and still am, a Purple Knight. To be honest with you, I've been struggling with this Hall of Fame honor since May when I found out that I would be included in this year's class. While I am proud of my accomplishments as a Purple Knight, I'm not sure I deserve inclusion with this year's inductees and those who've come before me. I've had time now to think more about what this means and have realized it is something special that honors more than my accomplishments as a student athlete. This is something I share with my family, teammates, coaches, and friends. Regardless of their talents, no one gets inducted into the Hall of Fame on their own. I've always had the support of my family. They thought I could do anything, so I grew up thinking the same. Starting with my dad, when I used to throw more pitches over his head than to his glove, and my mom getting out of work at 7 a.m., napping until noon, and then heading out for a weekend of travel ball, to my teammates fielding behind me and making me laugh on the bus, to coaches trying to convince me that one hitting every team in the state of Vermont was a good thing. The very first coach I ever had was one that never called himself that, my dad. He never coached a team I played for, but he's coached me since before I loved sports, back when all I did was shag balls for my brother. When I went to him and told him I wanted to be a pitcher, he said okay, and tried to find someone who could teach me the mechanics. He found Ralph. And together they helped me become the pitcher I was for St. Michael's. Ralph taught me the fundamentals, spin, speed, and worked with me on pitch selection. My dad took on the kind of work that dads typically do. 3 or 4 nights a week, I beat him up with sailing rise balls, missed outside pitches, not to mention the attitude of a typical teenage girl. Even though I stood at 5'3" and not budging an inch, they believed in me, spent time with me, and tonight my honor is theirs. To every yin there is a yang. My mom is the yang in my life. It took her a while to figure out that I did not want to talk after a bad game, but she found a way to make me feel better after the sting of disappointment had worn off. I think a lot of athletes grow up, are so focused on the game, and do not have someone to remind them, whether they want to hear it or not, that it is only a game, and it'll end, and that when it ends, it's everything else that was so important. I don't remember many of the scores or the teams I played during summer tournaments, but I remember spending too much time at Cracker Barrel and at Target with my mom. It is also thanks to the people who didn't think that we could be successful, the ones that said our team wasn't any good, because they motivated us more than they will ever know. Our team was a special group. We loved softball and we loved each other. We were teammates. We shared ups, downs, wins, losses, fun times, goals, and support. Our connection did not stay on the field that day that we each walked off of it. It continues today with one of the best alumni groups a teammate could ask for. We continue to share ups and downs, life's wins and losses, memories, goals, and support one another for everything that is yet to come. They are the people I call, email, and text when I need an honest opinion, good advice, or a comforting voice. They are simply the best, and I'm fortunate to have them in my life. One final thank you is to my husband, Ryan. For those of you who know me during my playing days, I was not the most approachable person. and often took playing much too seriously. And he did not get discouraged when his attempts at cheering me up were shut down or ignored. He celebrated with me in wins and supported me through losses while we were student athletes, and even more now that my cleats are hung up and we face tougher opponents than even the third baseman at SNU who owned me every single time I faced her. Even though he is a Red Sox fan, I love him very much and look forward to our life together. I don't know if the records I hold will stand up over time. I truly hope not. What I do know is that for every parent willing to be battered by wild pitches or waste the day away at Target, there's a son or daughter excited to make lasting memories. For every coach willing to stick with and teach a young developing athlete, there's a student athlete willing to work harder than the others. And for every person blessed with a support system of teammates, friends, coaches, and family, there's a young man or woman capable of succeeding on the field and off. And I hope that the people in my support group feel as honored as I do tonight, because without them, I'm not here. Thank you very much.